Hello and welcome to the Cauldron, where this week we're gonna read Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. In case you didn't know, on the 3rd of March, Crescent City, which is also called House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, came out. Look at this absolutely fucking stunner of a book. 1, she big. 2, she beautiful. 3, she's Sarah J. Maas. And this, I have been waiting for this. If you didn't know, Sarah J. Maas wrote Throne of Glass and the ACOTAR series. She writes, or used to write, for young adult or young adult-ish, because I think most of her books can fit into the new adult genre. This is her first sneak into adult fantasy, and this is a urban fantasy book. There are many videos coming, I am sure, for people who have read this book. There are some videos already out. There's a beautiful music video on Becca and her books, which I have had stuck in my brain all day and makes me want to re-watch High School Musical. So that's delightful. And this, I will admit to the fact that I am aware of Sarah J. Maas's faults. She doesn't write very diversely, but I always fall in love with their characters. They have some issues. There's some very alpha male. I'm sure you're familiar with them if you're watching this, but if not, I'm going to take you on a journey with this book, and I got it this morning, and I got drenched. Morning, and I read on my lunch break. I am 54 pages in. Follow Bryce Quinlan in this urban fantasy universe. If you don't know what urban fantasy is, it is basically an idea of the fantasy world and our regular world mashed together. Usually there's some technology, but all of the magical creatures live and exist in the same way that they do in fantasy world. I have some thoughts already. And they're mainly the fact that I am 57 pages in, and I'm very much dearly attached to some people. And if you want to read Crescent City, I'm sure I will tell you that you should. But don't read the fucking blurb. Don't read the blurb. There's a big spoiler in it, and I am sitting on pins and needles and waiting for it to happen, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be heart-wrenching and heartbreaking, but at the same time I would much rather that it didn't happen, because that would just create even more feeling. But I do have some thoughts. So apparently Crescent City is in this universe where all of these mythological creatures are separated into 4 houses, the 4 houses of Midgard. And if you didn't know, I'm Danish. I was born and raised in Denmark. I grew up on a lot of Northern mythology, and I adored it, and I wrote a project on it once. So Midgard is basically the human realm for Norse mythologies, which is underneath Asgard and Jotunheim and all of those. So basically, this is I don't know if she's taken some inspiration from there, but I'm very excited about it if she has. And we have these 4 houses, so House of Earth and Blood, House of Sky and Breath, House of Many Waters, and House of Flame and Shadow. And the mythological creatures are separated into those. And I have a lot of feelings already, and I would die for fury. Yep. I'm going to come back once I've read some more. Let the video vlog, reading vlog begin. I have some thoughts on this. I am, God, I just read this. 300 pages in. I really like Bryce. I really like the very slow building we got going on. There's some sexual tensions. Enjoying the mystery. Your editing Monique, which is saying that if you have watched up to this point and have yet to finish Crescent City, I would suggest to stop. Have you stopped? Have you clicked away? I'm giving you 5 seconds. Are you still here? Is it because you enjoy my face? Because then I understand. But other than that, if you don't want to be spoiled, if you don't want my thoughts, there are not a lot of spoilers, but there are some. Click away now. Mystery, I am absolutely certain, and I'm going to put this at the end of the video because it's going to be some sort of spoiler if you did what I told you to and didn't read the like little blurby blurb, so you're not ruined. Like, Danica has to be alive. She will be alive somehow. Sarah J. Maas will make it. So that's what I think. I really like the writing. There is an intense amount of world building. I would like some more maps. But it's very Sarah J. Maas, and I enjoy Sarah J. Maas. Like, it's really long. These papers are super thin also. And I'm stoked. So let's do some more reading. Page 380, and Rune has just met a witch at a Medicenter, and I'm calling it. She is the Witch Queen. I can feel it. I am right. I think I'm falling in love with a witch again. What? What? just about 50 pages left, and I need to go to bed to go to work. That's not gonna happen. So we're just gonna finish this, and then I'm just gonna die. Yeah. Well, that took a turn. Hello. It's been a few days. It's Tuesday. It may not look like it, but that's just because I have a whole heck of a lot of grey sweaters. But let's have a chat about Crescent City. I needed a few days to just soak in and like, hear me out. I have a weird thought process, and sometimes I will read a book and be like, fuck that, it's my new favorite thing. And sometimes I will think really intensely about it for days and months afterwards, where I'm like, did I like it? Did I not like it? Why didn't I like it? Did I love it? I'm not sure. And the reason why is because the premise for this book is everything that I want. Adult fantasy, absolutely there for it. Adult urban fantasy, even more, because magic and the real all smushed together is all great. And there's so much to unpack in this book. And I'm literally like, there was so much that I did not see coming. There were some things that I did see coming, and then there's a couple of them where I was like, I knew Danica wasn't fully dead. She was going to have some sort of impact, and boy did she, and do I have a lot of fucking feelings about it. Also, there is one particular passage after Hunt and Bryce sort of get together where she tells Hunt about her up on the roof, and it's just... And she says like about how Danica was that person for her, and literally that hit me just in the feels, which is why I'm like, I have this hard, I can't place this book. Bryce, goddamn, super hot, will like lay down my life for that girl. And also she made me cry. She hit me right in the feels. But this is where I don't think I'll be popular in some opinions. I am not sure her and Hunt are endgame. Are they gonna be tied together for life? Absolutely. Am I a huge fan of Hunt? Yes. Like, there's so much of him that I want to know more about. But do I necessarily think that, other than like a whole lot of instant reaction and lust and great banter, amazing banter, good job Sarah, is there much more to them other than the fact that they see themselves as a mirror? I don't know. There's like an Aelin Dorian like comparison coming to my mind, and I don't know if they're gonna end up together. Just pointing that out. But here's what I would like to happen. Fury Axtar is the main character of the next book, so that I can get my little lovey-dovey with Juniper, because that's what I want. Because here's my theory. There are 4 books, and I am hoping that because Sarah J Maas absolutely like pulled out the rug underneath my feet with that fucking ending and how that happened, because I thought Micah was going to be like in more books, and I'm going to admit to the fact that I thought he might be endgame, because sometimes that's what happens. But what did happen instead was absolutely not something that I saw coming, and I'm very excited about that fact. I was that literally was like, oh yeah. And then I cried intensely about okay? I can't. I don't think that's how you say her name either, but that's how I want to say it. And I want 4 adult books in this series, and I want them each to have a different main character, because that's what I want from Sarah J Maas. And I will be honest and say I think I give it 5 stars, but I want to read it again. I'm gonna have to listen to Becca's like music video again, because that's literally my life now. I don't know how to feel about this being over, or this video. It's something like, I saw some stuff coming. I definitely saw some stuff not coming. There are some classic Sarah J Maas in there, and then there's some completely new stuff. I loved it. Yeah. Is she higher up for me than Aelin? Maybe not. We don't know yet. I'm gonna have to read it again. This is just how it's gonna be. But if you watched this, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I come out with content on Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is my first reading vlog with spoilers. I hope you've skipped them if you weren't here for that, and you still shouldn't be here, but thank you. If it's because of my face, then I understand. All right, so have a lovely day. All the links to my social media is down below if you want to follow me on any of those, and I will see you all soon. And let me know if you read this book. What did you think? Just down below and put some spoilers on it so you don't ruin it for someone else. And that's it. I love you. Goodbye. Literally bring me the greatest amount of joy. I don't know who Fury is. She's someone high up, and I don't know what. I think she's some sort of dragon shifter of some kind. I find out about the witch though. I know my witches. She was not an ordinary witch. And also I'm really excited about Jezebel. Like, I don't know who the fuck she is. Why is she talking to, like, a person of hell? Also, all the Norse mythology, it's there. I can feel it. All of it. Hugin and Mugen, who is the ravens that sit on Odin's shoulders, who are for knowledge. There's, like mention of them, and all the hell, which is, like, hell with one L is the, god of the underworld, who's a woman in Norse mythology, which I always really enjoyed. And I just, well, woman, gender fluid person, but it is just, I have a lot of thoughts about this.